In this video, we're going to show how you can use the OSC Connect utility to connect to OSC systems, access files that have been uploaded there, and then download them to your local system. To begin, let's go to the OSC website, which you can access at www.osc.edu. From there, at the top bar, look for the Resources tab, and under that, click the Getting Started link. Once the Getting Started page has loaded, please search under Navigation to the section that says How To and click the link there. Once the How To page is loaded, identify the link that says How to Connect to OSC Services using OSC Connect. Clicking on this link will load the appropriate instructions. Under the Getting Started section, the very first item says Download the latest release of OSC Connect from here, Latest Build. Click on the Latest Build link, and that will load up a page where you can download the OSC Connect utility. Please note that OSC Connect will only work on Windows systems. If you are running Mac OS, Linux, or some other operating system, please contact us at oschelp@osc.edu in order to see how you may also connect to our systems if you're not able to use the OSC Connect utility. But if you are running Windows, go ahead and click on the OSC Connect.exe link, and that will prompt your browser to download. Click on Save File or the equivalent that your browser says, and wait for the download to finish. Once the download is finished, proceed to open up the OSC Connect utility. You can either do that most often from within the browser itself, or browse to your download location. Identify the OSC Connect download file, and run it. Note, once you have run it one time, you do not need to download it again after that. Once you have launched the OSC Connect utility, input your OSC credentials. This is your OSC HPC username and password, which, if you're using the HAB project, would begin with the letters GLEN followed by 4 numerical digits. Similarly, input your password. And if you want to save this information, you can do so by checking the Remember Me option. Once you've done this, you may click on the SFTP button, and this will launch the WinSCP utility, which will allow you to connect to OSC via SFTP. Once it is successfully launched, you'll be able to access these files. Note that if it's the first time you're launching the WinSCP application and connecting to OSC systems, you may see a prompt to accept a key with several options, the leftmost which reads yes. Click on the Yes option to accept that and to continue connecting. Once it's loaded and you are connected, you'll have 2 panes in the application. On the left side, you will see a representation of your local system. By default, it'll open in your Documents directory. And on the right side, you will see the Remote OSC Systems, the home directory for your OSC user. Please note that your project name is located in the subdirectory immediately above your home directory, which has your username. So if your username is Glenn0007, then your project directory would be PNGR0006. This is your project. We want to know this number and maintain it, remember it so that we can access it later, which we're going to do now. To access the project files, in particular for the HAB project, take the drop down that initially reads your username, representing your home directory, and choose the root directory. Once there, in the rightmost remote pane, click on FS for file system, then double click on project, and then look again for the project name, again PNGR006 for the HAB project. Double clicking on that will load up the project directory for the HAB project, which has a directory called HAB inside of there. Once inside, identify which files you would like to download, and you can browse in here as much as you like until you find what you need. And you can either browse deep down until you select a particular file you're interested in, or you can download entire directories simply by highlighting them. In both cases, highlight the item you wish to download and click on the download button located above the remote pane. When you click this, a small dialog window will open up asking to which part of your hard disk you would like to download this to. By default, it will be under your Documents directory. If this is acceptable, simply click OK. If you want to change, you have several options. You can either type in something different, or you can browse to another location on your hard disk, as with many other applications. Once you click on OK, the download will begin, and depending on the size of the files you've chosen and the speed of your connection, you will begin downloading. Please note that, depending on the size of the files and your internet connection speed, the download may take quite a while. As you can see, my internet connection speed is not very fast, and the subset of data files I've requested will take around 4 days to download in total. More than likely, you have a faster connection. You will not take as nearly as long, but do plan for that. And if you encounter any issues with this or otherwise, please feel free to always reach out to us at oschelp@osc.edu. Once again, the email address for support is oschelp@osc.edu. Thank you and have a wonderful day.